Yeah, I'm Olori. So I don't know why you can sing, but you're showing. I can see you. So I'll use your voice. Olori, the audience can see you.
Okay, the others can see me.
Yes, everyone can see you.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
That's fine. So just leave it like that.
Yeah, I've shared on my other phone.
Okay. Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good wherever you are in the world. It's afternoon in my own zip code. Streaming live from Bethlehem, Georgia. Our Jason Lajon Juta Johnson. And with me on the show, okay, before I introduce the guest for today, how is everyone doing? You know, I like to ask you how you are doing. How is everyone doing? Say, oh, okay. All right.
Great.
Dayo, good afternoon. Bumi, okay. Please go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. This is a very, very, Michael, I see you on the other group. Thank you. Go ahead and share. This is a very, very important, sensitive, and however you may call it show. Please go ahead and share. You just don't know who you may be helping. And you know what? I'm so thankful for my guest today. To you, she's Auntie Ranti. She's my own special auntie. She's a professional. In fact, thinking of fertility, there's no other person that always jumps in my heart except her and the husband. And I just told her behind the curtain now, like, we're bringing daddy. We have to bring him. We have to bring both of them together. You know, you're going to hear from the best. You've been asking me questions upon questions. And you know what? She's here today to answer your questions. Go ahead and drop your questions. I already have some questions that some of you sent. I will read that. You did not see my manager. This is my manager. Manager said you didn't see me. Okay, manager, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and share. So go ahead and share. I'm so thankful that you can all join me. So please go ahead. Trust me, you know somebody that needs this. You know somebody that needs it. Either your friend, your sister, your cousin, your in-law, your colleague, somebody on your timeline needs this. They may not tell you, you may not even know. Somebody needs this. So please go ahead and share. You're blessing somebody, you're helping somebody, even without you knowing. Thank you for joining again. And so my guest today, I said, Ejana Lagbewa, this is one big fish. Oh, hey, Auntie, she's one big fish. Oh, I know what I am talking about. Or even if you don't know me, I know what I'm talking about. So Auntie Ranti, I call her Auntie. She's my own auntie. So let me just call her Auntie. You know, she's my own auntie. Today we have with us a special guest, the best guest that I can get for fertility. She's Olori. We call her Olori. Ranti Ajayi on Facebook. We welcome you, Auntie. Good afternoon.
Good evening here.
Good evening. Okay, let me just. Okay, it's past 8.
It's after 8. Yeah.
After 8. Okay, so it's evening time.
Yeah.
Okay, doctor. Somebody they already even given your profile before I can even say something. Dr. Ajayi, best gynecologist in Nigeria. He delivered my first 2 children during his Lagoon days. So kind and dedicated. That's who he is. You know, that's who he is. So thank you. Thank you very much. So you can attest to the fact that Ejanlani Agbewaleni, we have a big fish. We have it. Okay, they are dropping questions already. Let me introduce her now. You this my audience self. Go ahead and share. I guess today, she rose from a very humble background to becoming an epitome of efficiency. You see, this my PA. She can write Oyibo hen. She can write Oyibo. This my PA. She can write Oyibo. Bumi kusha. Hope for the childless and cannot be ignored by people who know and value professionalism. Yes, if you value professionalism, you will value this guest today. She attended nursing school in Abeokuta. Is that true? Until
Very true.
yes, to further equip herself professionally, she trained in vitro fertilization IVF in South Africa and also studied mind and body medicine at the prestigious Harvard University in the United States of America. All this my degree. I haven't even been to Harvard. I haven't even been to Harvard though. Hey. She has vast experience and maturity. Yes, I mean in everything. When you talk about maturity, Auntie Ranti is very, very mature. I mean, it is not age. Trust me, it is not age. I'm very, very careful at the kind of people that I follow bumper to bumper. Okay, on social media. So when you
That's
come
true.
to maturity in handling infertility issues, and building confidence in our client. I mean, I see the way she operates. I watch when I have time. I watch her shows with her husband. I mean, they're just the best in the industry in Nigeria. In Nigeria. In Nigeria. She joined her husband at Nordica Fertility Center some years ago, and her professionalism and empathy speaks volume. And this might be, please let us welcome Olori Tolani Ajayi. She's the clinic manager at Nordica Fertility Center, Lagos, Nigeria. Just show some love so I can know. I know I cannot hear you, but show some love. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love. Thank you, Auntie Ranti. Thank you. We welcome you. I sincerely welcome you. I know you're very,
Thank
very,
you.
but for you to say yes, you've never said no to me. And
Mm.
let me say Yoruba.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you always. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
The first question they throw here, as I was talking about fertility, they're asking about your marriage, which is very, very important. Which is very, very important. I think it's the way people see you online. When you talk about Ruth, Moreni Fijo, sometimes when I'm thinking, am I doing too much? Now I just relax. Actually, I told Mr. Simeon, I said, I have take you out of my script on Facebook. Just stay on your lane. Let me stay on your lane or my own lane. Let me just advertise my product. JJ. Yes. So this first question, I will ask you this first question. She said, you have been married for over 25 years. Can you please briefly describe the journey so far? Because I know this is very important. Part of this journey is what has given birth to Nordica.
Well, thank you. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because the journey it's been 32 years, and
wow.
It's well, like every other journey. It's like that.
Yes. I understand.
It's like that. And it's anybody will know that when you get married, the first few years will be rough, no matter what, because there are two different people coming together to to live together, to share bed together, to eat together, to do stuff together, to be in the same bathroom. You see yourself day in, day out. And there's no way that you will not fight, that you will not disagree.
Yes.
The first few years are very, very, very stormy, depending on the stage that you are when you got married. And I want to say that when we got married, we weren't Christians, we were just going to church. So that on its own did not help matters. But as we progress, if things started changing and we started understanding each other and all that, and here we are today. And
praise God, 32 years after, I can just
yeah,
imagine. I can just imagine my own 8 years, and I always tell people sometimes love is not enough.
it's
Just
not,
be
no,
friends with your spouse. That's the only
yeah,
thing. Even when you
mm-hmm.
think you're the perfect couple, let me tell you, we're wrestling not against flesh most
Flesh
times,
and blood, yeah,
principalities and powers. We
that's
as
true,
women, the devil just always want to attack you, and the devil will attack you through the best thing that has ever happened to you, or the best thing you hold hard to your heart, which is your husband, your kids. They're always the
that's
first
true,
point of attack. So I always tell
that's
people,
true,
you know what? When God has given you the best spouse, don't relent. Keep praying and
yeah,
keep working at
praying and praying and
every
praying, yeah,
single day, every single day, every single day. Thank you, Auntie.
mm-hmm.
So, were you, before you was he a doctor before you married him?
Um, yes, he actually when we met, he came to Ibadan for his youth service. He
Okay.
just finished from medical school, so he came to Ibadan for his youth service. That's when we met. I just became a staff nurse myself,
Mm.
so I was working in a clinic in Radio OYO in Ibadan then. So he just came around. He wanted to see whether I can change his posting to Radio OYO, and that's how we met. So
Did
we are
you marry? I know
exactly.
a lot of medical people that are married. They actually went out looking for a nurse or a doctor. Like, okay, I'm a nurse. I want to marry a doctor. Was it like that, or it was just something else that?
No, 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 no. We just met by chance.
Mm,
I've never met him. Even
mm,
the clinic where I was working, it's Radio YO in
yes.
Ibadan. The
Mm,
clinic is down, down, down. It's not even somewhere that you can see. But I
mm.
think he just wanted a change where it was posted to. So he was looking for
An
a smaller
alternative.
place where you'll be able to have time maybe to do some PP. So someone said he should go to Radio YO Clinic. So he came to Radio YO Clinic, and unfortunately, they weren't giving us doctors at that time, so he couldn't work with us.
Oh,
So that's how we met. I was the youngest person in the clinic, so it's
wow.
natural that we thought,
You
we
just
just
saw
talked
this
and
beautiful flower
and,
and it just got hypnotized immediately.
and that was it.
Okay.
So
So,
it was just like God ordained him to come that day because
mm,
really he didn't work there. We never
wow,
worked together until I joined
wow,
Nordica. We never worked together anywhere. So that's
wow.
it.
Okay. You both, let's dive in. I'm going to go in and out with their questions because if I follow their own questions, we may not even go to fertility because you have a lot
Yeah,
of fans. They've been sending me messages. You've been working with your husband to run this fertility clinic. How
yeah.
long? Let me start with how did it start, or how did the idea come about? How did,
Um, I joined Nordica 13 years ago. And I was working in a clinic in VI, and one day at work, somebody just said, they used to call me Mama in the office. Mama, Nine, don't you think you should join your husband? At that time,
oh,
he just
you
started Nordica.
started Nordica and you were working somewhere else.
I was working somewhere else. He had
Oh,
started Nordica.
I
So,
never knew that.
so someone else said, why don't you join your husband with your skills and all that, the way you talk to clients, the way you counsel them.
Mm,
Why don't you join him? I said, join K.
mm,
No, we've never discussed it that both of us cannot work together. I
wow.
didn't see myself working with him anyway. And you will not believe it. That same day I got home, he
Mm.
came in the evening. He came back from work in the evening. And we finished eating, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, went to bed. And while we were on the bed, I said, you have to come to Nordica.
Wow.
That same day.
Same day.
And I'm like, seriously? I didn't tell him initially that someone told
Somebody
me in the
told
office that
you.
he joined him.
Wow.
But that moment when he said it, I knew this is God's plan. So, and yeah, that was it.
Wow. Wow. I know a lot of I had a friend too. I just told her one day, like, why I don't understand you two. You work together on everything. Why not your business? And she's like, me, I don't have that. I mean, they're doing great now. They're doing great. In fact, the husband
Yeah,
called me, especially thanked me.
It's sometimes something that you think it's not possible.
Possible.
Especially when you look at each other, we have different personalities,
Personalities.
and I never thought I could work with him, but because of that coincidence, that's God's plan that someone told me, and he also said the same thing that day.
That same day.
And all the people that I spoke to, all the people that I spoke to about it, that I tried to like seek their opinion, every other person supported me. Only one person said, you better think twice before you do that. And immediately I knew that, no, I won't listen to you. So, and
there's always one negative voice. I mean, truly, it's not all husband and wife.
The day I made up my mind, the day I made up my mind that I was going to work with him, I made sure that I said, no matter what, in the office, I will not get angry. Whatever we want to do, it will be in the house. So, like, it's going to be the boss, and I'm just going to follow. Okay. And that has really helped me. Yeah.
That's good. That's setting boundaries. That's setting boundaries, and very, very important. I hope somebody is listening to that. As husband and wife, no matter how close you are, when it's business, there are certain things you have to set boundaries.
Yeah.
You have to set your boundaries as at least something for you to always fall back to, like, I've said I will never be angry.
I will not do this.
Very, very important, because it's not always that you can see couples working together and working together like that. Okay. Yeah. You as a mother and a practitioner, I think you've answered this next question. How has it been? And a philanthropist. I'm going to talk about your foundation because I'm a fan. I've been following you bumper to bumper on that. So how has it worked for you? How do you juggle this? Because I've been at the clinic before. I've been at the clinic. I see the passion. Because I just wanted to see, like, let me see her offline. And I saw you in action. So I can tell and confidently say, oh, she's passionate about what she does. How do you juggle that? And it's not easy helping people, because I'm in this business too. When it comes to fertility, it's a very, very sensitive place to be.
Very.
So how have you been juggling all this, being the wife, the mother, and everything you do together? I mean, you are one audacious woman that I follow around. So how do you juggle all this?
Well, it's like you said, it's passion. When you have passion for something, no matter the obstacle on your way, you will look beyond the obstacle and you just follow your mind to do whatever you want to do. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about solving problems. I'm passionate about, I don't like seeing people sad. I don't like seeing people sad in whatever form. It's not just me to just look away, So at work, my work as a counselor in the office, I try to like be the shoulder that someone can lean on. Yes. So I get a lot of people to talk to me, and in the era of WhatsApp, I'm always on cha with this person, how are you doing, and all that. So it's just a passion, to see that everyone is happy. in whatever capacity that I can offer that, and that's what I do. So to juggle as a wife, as a mother, it's not really easy, but God has been faithful.
Amen.
By the time I joined Nordica, my last baby was I think about 5 or so, about 5 years, yeah. But the older ones, because the gap between the third and the last one was quite large.
Yeah.
So the older ones, they really had my time, they enjoyed my presence and all that. But for the younger one, the youngest, she didn't have that connection so much because the career that I now pursue now made me
Yeah.
not to be there
Yeah.
in
All the
that sense.
time.
But we always come home together and we are together in the house whenever we come from the office till the following morning. We don't go to club, we don't do, our social
Love
life
you.
is only on weekends.
Okay, this next question. This person said, as a wife to a renowned, truly renowned, though, truly renowned, that man, as a wife to a renowned gynecologist, do you ever feel insecure that some ladies could be flirting with your husband during appointments? That's a very, very important question. Women, you know us.
No. And the reason is I know him.
Good.
Is not someone that will have an affair in the office with his staff, with his patients, with whoever. No. Maybe before he became born again, I would say maybe outside,
Yeah.
but not in the office, not with his patients, not with his staff. No, he has that. How do I put it? He's above that. He sees
That
people
discipline and self-control.
very, very, very disciplined when it comes to things like that. Very, very
That's
disciplined.
being professional to the core.
And
Very, very important.
he looks at people that are working and having an affair in the same office as, come on,
What are you doing?
what are you thinking? What are
Mm-hmm.
you thinking? So he is very disciplined when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. That's very important.
So there's never been a
And
time
it's,
that I will be like shaking. That maybe somebody is saying, we see a lot of clients that we even throw it to him that,
of course,
and to use donor spam. Maybe you are there, I can, jokingly, but some things are not just jokes,
just
some people
donate. Oh my
actually
goodness.
mean it. But I've never been moved about that. No.
Yeah, somebody said dignity and professional. Yeah, this dignity
Yeah.
and professionalism in this business.
Yeah.
All the career that I've joined together, it is very, very important. That's what they always
Very,
tell
very.
us. And I mean, right now I'm doing neuromuscular thing. I've entered another thing. I've started school. Actually, this is my only day
Wow.
off. Yes, auntie, don't
Wow.
mind me. And what they tell us is see everybody as a body, not as a person, as a body.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you see like, okay, Busola's body, Ranti's body, they are all bodies. Then you will not
Yeah.
feel fantasize about you seeing somebody naked. As a gynecologist, you see all sort of private,
All
big,
sorts.
small,
Yeah.
everything. So if you have to get carried away, you have to have that dignity. You have to be
Yeah.
professional to the
Yeah.
core. It is easy.
Yeah.
Some professions is so easy to get carried away. As a
Yeah.
sex therapist, as a
Mm-hmm.
counselor, I mean,
Yeah.
everything that I do together. If my husband is
Mm-hmm.
insecure, it's on his own. I'm telling you, because
Yeah.
I cannot be begging all the time, like, oh, he's just a client. When I mean, it's never going to stop. You don't have to look for people. They look for you. They flirt with you. Somebody
Yeah.
called me earlier today. Can you imagine? At 8 a.m. It's a man. I don't know him from. And for me, I have this antenna. I know somebody that is calling me on a professional level than somebody that
Level. Yeah. Yeah. That wants to mess around.
have that instinct. You know, by the time
Mm-hmm.
you say the first hello, hi, my I mean, I already know my
I know where you're going.
up. So I don't smell what I cannot eat. So with that is very, very important. Dignity
Very,
and
very.
professional.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. Very, very important. Before I go into the IVF issues, this person said, how do you cope with being a daughter to an Iyaloja? And not just ordinary Iyaloja. You know, before I even met Auntie Ranti on Facebook, we met on Facebook. I know your family. Actually, I know Tokwe. Tokwe is my friend.
Yeah.
So I know, I mean, a little about your family, like, our Iyaloja, you are not just an ordinary person. No, don't think this auntie is just, she, you see all this oge she is doing. Ile ni wọ́n ti bá oge. You should know, Mama. I'm telling you, if you know Mama in her prime, even at 80, you see this Mama. So tell us, how do you cope? Because some parents, you have to try to be their children. To be a so how have you been coping, or how do you cope being a daughter to her?
Well, growing up, my mom, she's the Yalaje of Funake, not Yaloja, she's Yalaje of
Wow.
Funake. Yeah. Growing up, as a businesswoman, that's the way we were brought up, with the business. So I knew how to do, this thing that you put money into and tie it on your phone. I was very, very good with reckoner in those days, that you can calculate money. I can stand inside a truck and sell everything and collect the money. I know how to count money since, when I was young. And that's the way we're brought up, with the business. We knew everything about the business. I can go to John Holt's, I can go to the bank to take a lot of money to the bank,
Wow.
as a young girl. So that's the way I was brought up. I was brought up in a way that, how market women used to do, to wear lace, to tie gele, to wear jewelry and all that. But all that changed in a way when I got married, because my husband is not so into that.
Gentleman.
Yeah.
Let me say, how has it been able to cope? Because I mean, even looking from afar, you can tell, like, how do you people cope? You and uncle, I mean, I know it's mutual understanding, but how has it been able to cope with being the Omo Iyalaje and he marrying Omo Iyalaje? That's a big deal.
Well, one thing about him is he'll let you know, this is what I want. This is how we're going to do it. And you don't go like this and go like this. So this is where we are going. This is where we are going as a family. And that has helped us a lot. That has helped us a lot, because I follow his lead. I follow his lead. Sometimes it gets to me that, why are you, all the time God is saying, let's do this, listen to me now, but I follow his lead. And that has paid off.
Let me read this. This is very, very important in marriage or any relationship, even friend to friend. This is very, very important, and I'm going to read it. She said, that statement, I know him, is priceless. May God continue to uphold you in any relationship at all. I know him. Even when the devil come knocking, I always tell people, I know my husband. So when the devil tries to play a trick, I know that's not him. That's when I begin to pray.
You know what he can do. You know what he can do. You know what he cannot do.
What he can say. So I'm telling you, women, they've been together for 32 years. That's not a joke, and in 32 years, if Auntie can just sit down and begin to write every single day of you, would be like, why are you still together? Why are you still together? But that statement, I know him, is
I know him.
So go and write it somewhere. If you don't know your spouse, get to know him. Even when they say, okay, Mori, Mr. Stephen Ben, I saw your husband with a woman, I'll be like, well, it's okay. Like that, ordinarily, that is not him. Or he said this, that is not him. So that is very, very important. If you don't know the person you're married with too, or if you don't know your friend, please go and get to know them. Like personally, recently, I've narrowed down my clique of friends, my tribe. I call them my tribe. If I can't say, oh, Auntie Ranti, oh, Momo, I don't want to be called your friend. we can say hello, hi from afar. But when you say I know somebody,
my friends, I have friends that I can leave in my house to sleep, and I know that nothing is going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen.
I have friends. I keep friends. I have a lot of friends, and I know my friends. I cherish friendship. And there are people I can live in the same room with my husband. I know that if I turn my back, nothing is going to happen. And likewise, my friends too, they know that if they do the same thing to me, it's like that. We're almost like family. So you should know who you are friends with.
Yes.
It's very important. Any friend that you are bringing home, your husband must be able to say something about that person and to be able to accept them.
That's very, very important. I don't have
if
a lot of
if your husband is complaining about your friends, then something is wrong.
It's wrong.
You don't have any reason to be friends with them.
With that person, exactly. If he keeps warning you and you say no, somebody, I had a case last week. This lady called crying. The husband actually impregnated the friend, the BFF or the best friend. And I said, how did that happen?
Wow.
It was a shock. I said, no, it's not a shock. And the first question I asked her was, I said, has your husband ever complained about your friendship with that woman? He said, hey. I said, since when? He knows her better than you. And he's been watching you. And now you said, okay, she had a problem. You brought her home to come and live with you.
No.
Even when the husband said no, you still brought, she's my best friend. We're going to help her. Boom.
She slept.
Yes. Anyway, thank you for saying that. All this is very, very important, especially when it comes to family. You have to have a very, very strong family background and support around you. So talking about fertility, how do you define fertility? Because some people will call me, Auntie, Dr.O, how long have you been waiting? 6 months. Nothing is wrong with you yet now. What is how can you tell me you are infertile? 6 months of trying. What I know is 1 year at least. So tell us, at least, how do you define fertility as a professional?
Infertility is inability of a couple not to be able to have kids, not be able to get pregnant. Don't let me say kids. Inability of a couple not to be able to get pregnant within a year of regular and unprotected sex. So for you to say you are infertile, there must be regular sex, and it must be unprotected, and it's within after a year. So if it's 6 months, nobody will say it's infertility if it's 6 months. And if your sex is not regular, if your husband is in Kaduna, you are in Lagos, you don't get to see one another, it's not infertility because you are not having regular sex.
Yes.
And of course, the sex also must be unprotected. So you are not using pills, your husband is not using condom, you are having regular sex. Regular sex means like minimum 2 times a week. Minimum 2 times a week.
Are you listening? Minimum 2 times a week.
Unless if that is not happening, then it's unlikely. But infertility also can be like 6 months if you are 35 years and above.
Okay.
But some people get married late. So if you get married late, if you are 35, don't wait until 1 year. By the time you have tried for 6 months and nothing is happening, then please seek medical advice.
Okay. So for married couples that are 35 and for married women that are 35 and above, and they've been trying after 6 months,
after 6 months, should help.
And that is with regular sex. And she just said
regular sex
is at least 2 times a week. And because I know sometimes we get it all wrong. I don't ever call anyone stupid, but as old as some people are, they don't know their menstrual cycle. They don't know when they're. I had a client, I always use this as an example. She's been trying for 5 years. Auntie, do you know nothing is wrong with this woman? Like you said, wow. She lives in Lagos, husband lives in Abuja. Husband comes home, and when the husband is home, that is when the devil will just come and they will start fighting.
And they will fight. Yeah.
Or they start fighting before the husband comes to Lagos. The only time is around, you're fighting. You're not having sex.
You're not having sex, yeah.
The other time that he will be home, that's not ovulation period. I mean, I said, can't you see the devil just playing trick on you, or you playing trick on
you? Yeah.
I said, I don't care what he has done or said to you when he's home. Just be at your best behavior. Forgive, forget
everything. You know that this is your time.
It's your time. And I said, okay, if you have to give him excuse, make sure the next time he comes is when you're ovulating. And within 2 months, she became pregnant. And she's like, I said, see, some of you that are going from mountain to one woli or afa, she has given you something now, you will say, oh, afa yegbono, woli yegbono. Some things are just being reasonable and being wise as women, you know, being wise. This one can 35 and above start planning their system to get pregnant early. They are happy to help boost fertility. Yes, I'll let Auntie answer that question before I do. You know, I don't do medication, but I trust their services. I trust what they are doing. You know, when it comes to medication, I've been campaigning no medication, but yes, let her answer that medically. Then I'll say my own as Yalagbo of Atlanta.
Sorry, let me get the question again.
Because you said, I think because you said if you're 35 and above and married and having regular sex, if you're not pregnant within 6 months, then you should be concerned. So she's saying, can 35 and above start planning their system to get pregnant early? So what she's saying is, even as a single, because this person is single, can you start boosting your fertility?
There's nothing. I don't see why you need to boost anything. Because if you are not married, if you are not planning to get married, the only advice I can give that is what is going on all over the world now is for you to store your eggs. When you store your eggs, if you don't have a partner now, if you store your eggs early, it's better for you. Don't wait until you are 38. Don't wait until you are 39, because the older you get, the more difficult it is to get pregnant. But if you store your eggs at early age, let's say, for instance, as a career lady, you store your eggs at 32 or 30, and you are not getting married until 38. So if at 38, you have waited for 6 months and nothing is happening, you can go back to the eggs and use those eggs. And those eggs are still the age that they were frozen. So if you store your eggs at 38, your eggs are still 32. And now you are 38. If you store your eggs at 38, the eggs are 38 because the eggs are as old as you are.
As you are. Okay.
So all over the world now, what they're advocating is that you should store your eggs early. You need to store your eggs early if you know that at a point in your life you still want to get married, at a point in your life you still want to have kids.
Children.
So don't wait. That's why some people, you see them, they wait until they're 40 and the right man comes at 40. You have not done anything wrong for you not to get married early. That's just the time for you. So if you get married at 40, it now becomes a problem getting pregnant. But if you had stored your eggs some years back, you can use those eggs now.
Wow, that is actually very interesting. I've never. That's an interesting thing to know. She was asking. Okay, she said how. So can you please, Bumi, explain the freezing of eggs? Bumi Adimoti, she's explaining. Okay, Bumi, do you listening attentive? Okay, do you understand now? Your egg is as old as you are at every point in time. So if you're 32 years old now, so they can't get husband. They just want to face their career for now. So you can store your egg. But Auntie, especially in Nigeria. How can you explain more about that? Because this is an IVF. She said wonderful. Can you explain the process and the cost too? Because I know they're going to be adding my inbox.
When you want to freeze your eggs, you will still go through fertility treatments. You will do IVF. So after the initial assessment to know how your hormones are and all that, then when you want to start the process is that you'll be given some injections to take. Normally a woman ovulates and releases just one egg every month. That's ovulation. You release an egg. So when you release an egg, it's either you become pregnant with the ovulation or you see your period. So if you are not pregnant, then you will see your period. And if you don't see your period, then you are pregnant, when you ovulate. So in IVF, what happens is that we don't want to rely on that one egg. We want to have as many eggs as possible. So you will take some injections. There are hormones. The same hormones that is secreted in your body, the synthetic one is the one that you now take, so that it will challenge your ovaries to produce follicles. Inside the follicles, you have the eggs. So when you take those injections, those hormonal injections, just like people take Clomid, for instance.
Yeah.
Clomid is hormonal drugs, is to work on the ovary to produce follicles. So the follicles will now mature, with other injections that you have been given, and you'll be monitored on scan to know how they are growing and all that. Then when they grow to a certain level, then we'll now bring them out. That's what we call egg retriever. So we bring the eggs out, then we now keep them because you are not ready. In IVF, if you are coming in with your spouse and we now collect the eggs, then we put the sperm on the same day. So it now becomes embryo. But in your own case, if you are freezing your eggs, you are not putting sperm because there is no sperm. So we collect the eggs and freeze them.
So it's like storing
and it can be there as many years. Yes, so it's stored. It can be there as many years as you want them. We store sperm, we store eggs, we store embryos. Embryo is combination of sperm and eggs.
So that is okay when it's fertile.
Yeah.
Okay, Auntie, thinking about Nigeria factor, how safe is storing the eggs? How long can you save an egg? Like, here now, I know the electricity is good. You don't need electricity.
That is it. You don't need electricity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a cold freezing. It's just like we are putting in a freezer.
Yes.
It's gas that we use, not electricity, not freezer as it were.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much, what is the longest you can save an egg?
You can store as long as you want, as long as you are paying your dues, because it comes with a cost for you to freeze. As long as you are paying, then it can keep freezing them.
Freezing. Okay. Yeah. So thinking about Nigerian factor again, how cheap or how expensive is that? Can an ordinary person like me,
like ordinary person like you can do it? Yes, ordinary person like you can do it.
Let me rephrase that question. Can a regular person, I'm a salary earner or like an average Nigerian, can they afford it?
Well, what I see about fertility treatment is that I don't see anybody that cannot afford it. For instance, now we are doing something because of the effects of COVID.
Okay.
We are doing something now that we are asking people to start paying in bits over a period of time before they do their treatment. Yes. So you don't have to wait until you have the bulk of the money. So you can start paying in bits, and when you finish paying, then you can now have your treatments done. So that and if there is a price increase, it will not affect you. So you just keep paying. So people, I've seen some people that one would term as not rich, and they've done IVF successfully and they've been able to pay. I have seen teachers. Wow. They've done IVF and they've been successful. So because when you look at teachers, you want to see that, okay, teachers, maybe they don't have money. But
they don't pay them.
It requires planning.
Yes.
People plan. They plan. This is what we want to do. This is our project for this year. This is what we want to do. You know, some people, they've been doing contribution and all that, and they've been saving it. So they do it.
That's very important.
That's why I don't see it as being too expensive. We buy I know someone that said by the time they were doing IVF, they had quite a number of cycles before they had a child. And they planned. They said, you know what? All this Ashwebi, we are not doing Ashwebi again.
That's right.
At a point, they said they are not paying for DSTV.
Okay.
So it requires planning, really. And they did all that, and eventually, I think they did 11 times.
Wow.
And eventually, they had a child. So looking back now, all that they have lost in the past that we think they have lost, looking at that child who turned 7 recently,
wow,
they are happy. They are happy. Now they can do their DSTV. Now they can do Ashwebi if they want. You know? So at least I think it's just priority.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. 2 years ago, I started this Esusu called, I just put it on my wall like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I think I was just here sitting down in this office hungry, like, where is my money going? Like, you just keep working and like, where is this money going? No savings, nothing. I'm telling you. And the Holy Spirit says, start saving. How do I save? And I thought I wasn't making enough money to save. Auntie, I caught excesses. And I'm not this party person. I have clothes at home that I don't wear, you know. I'm not really an Ashwebi kind of a person. I have just one friend in this Atlanta that will say, Dr.O, I bought this. Let's sew it. Most of the time. Let me see if she's here herself. Most of the time, she'll be the one to buy it for me. She'll be the one to sew it. So I cannot say I'm wasting money on Ashwebi. But you know, sometimes people saying, give me. They will bite you from head to toe. You will not even see yourself again. So I just thought, sometimes when I have like partner in whatever I do, I when somebody is pushing me, I'm more successful. So I just put it out there like, okay, I want to start a Susu. If you're doing, I may join, or let's start our own. I join somebody, and then I start my own, and people joined. Between last year and this year, honestly, like yesterday, I just paid some people. I was sincerely happy. We are not millionaires, but how much these people saved because we do 6 months and 1 year. The ones that did 6 months, how much they save in just 6 months. I was like, hey, look at Auntie, look at Sister Ronke that said she doesn't have money. And she sent me what she invested that money in.
That's true.
Year, somebody did IVF. Do you know it is a Toro Kobo? This $100, $500 that she was saving that she used for IVF. Because she said, oh, Doctor, I can't afford it. And I said, okay, I will treat you. Like you said, there are medication. I said, me, Agbo is what I sell. Let's prepare you. Let's boost your fertility. But you can do IVF. And she saved in just 1 year, not 2 years. Because she did the IVF last year. She's pregnant now. And guess what? How old? I see she is 49 years old.
Yeah.
She's still pregnant and she's been everywhere. So I think saving is very, very important.
Saving is very important.
Very, very important. Very, very important. There is rising case. Okay, let me take the questions one after the other. I'm still gonna ask. Somebody is asking, like from the beginning to the end, how much do you think an average person like me would need to do an IVF successfully?
Well, I usually don't like to talk about price. Reason is because treatment is individualized. What A needs is not what B needs. Let me give an instance. Let's take, for instance, 2 people. They are both 25 years old. One is fat like me.
Okay.
And one is like 1/3 of me.
Okay.
Don't forget they are both 25. The cost of IVF, the treatment itself is the same, but the cost of drug for both of us will not be the same.
Be the same. Okay.
Because I am bigger. If your BMI is high, your own drugs will be more than the other person who has
That's fine.
That's not fat. So that's why I usually don't like to talk about prices.
Okay.
And again, if, for instance, the 25-year-old comes in and the husband has challenges with sperm, and the other one, the sperm is okay. So you are not working on the sperm. So the cost also is different.
I understand.
You may see a 25-year-old that is using the same drug as a 40-year-old.
Yes, I understand. When it comes to treatment,
so it's individualized. It's individualized.
Okay,
but
what will you say the base,
for instance,
like the base?
At the moment, what we are doing now for drug and for treatment itself is about 1.25.
Okay.
For drug and treatment. Not inclusive of other things. If you are using donor sperm, for instance, if you are 37 years and above, there are certain treatments that you have to undergo. If the husband's sperm is bad, and all that. So it depends on what you are doing.
Okay, that's very, very important. That's very, very important, because for me too, I always say one size doesn't fit all, because
it doesn't fit all in
your weight,
fertility management.
Your weight is very, very important when it comes to fertility. Like for me, as much as I use Agbo, I will tell you, I want to see your weight. You have to lose weight. You have to lose weight. And then if you are on other medication for diabetes, arthritis, blood pressure, which are the three most common things, you need to think about that too. So, and if the base is 1.2, I think it's achievable, like you said. You will be surprised. I have some of the people on my Susu right here, because you just keep spending throughout the year. At the end of the year, there's nothing to show for it. And I know some of them, it's not like they're super rich or something. It's just the discipline of I'm putting money aside. See, my friend is telling me I'm not informer. You did not know we're doing a Susu. Your own case is special. Let me not just say anything, okay? She can give her own notes to people. Me, I do it too. And I told her that, you see this, our giving, hey? We need to have something to show for it. Otherwise, you just keep working for people and you think you're doing charity.
For people,
I'm telling you, Auntie, I do charity, but God had to be the one to teach me sense. I mean, sometimes I would drain my account. I still do it. But I know that I'm putting money somewhere. I would just, my banker called me one day and said, "Doctor, please, I don't understand." Because I will sit down now, I'll be sending this to this to this, and the account will be zero. So he called me 2 months ago. He said, "Please, I'm not trying to be insubordinate. I just saw a pattern and I want to know why." Auntie, why is it's like some days you will just sit down there and be said, "Do you know these people you're sending money to?" And I laughed. I said, "You know what? I don't do nothing without reasons. When God said go and give, most people
just do.
Dr.O, how do you know I am in serious need?" I sent money to somebody one day. She was at the hospital. They were sending her back. Like they couldn't treat her. And alert came. And it was in the middle of the night. I woke up. I said, "This person, I just said, please send your account." And it took her some minutes before she even responded. And I sent the money, and I just went to bed. The second day she called, she was crying. I said, "What happened?" She told me what happened. I said, "That is God." So I still do that. But we cannot be stupid givers. Because something
we can't.
Because you want to do, not because God asks you to do it. And that's why I started that Isusu. What I've achieved since last year, me self, I'll be like, how did I get that? Where did the money come from? And if you look at it truly, you're working for the money. Still sometimes get lost in my own word. Don't mind my friend. Still special, I don't mind Shalowa, just leave her. Let me go to the next question. This person said, what does CA125 means in a fertility test?
CA125 is a cancer marking. It's It's to know if someone has cancer. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Adenike Hassan, did you hear that? You went for fertility test, they saw something else, and that's why I always tell people go for
Because CA 125 is not a regular test that you do for fertility.
fertility. So the doctor probably saw something and asked her to go and do a special test. So that's what I hope you understand. This other person said, what can cause ovarian cyst and what can I take to conceive fast?
Cyst comes in various forms. There are some cysts that when you take ordinary pills, doctor will prescribe contraceptive pills for you, and the cyst will disappear.
Oh,
But some cysts are not like that. Some cysts will require surgery.
okay.
And you have to be careful where you do the surgery also, so that they don't damage your ovary.
That's important.
So cysts, yes. So you need to know the type of cyst. Is it a simple one? Is it a complex one? There is a cyst that is called dermoid cyst. It will be hard, and all sort of things will be inside the cyst when they open it. You can even see hair growing inside that cyst. So cyst can be, it comes in different forms. If it's a simple cyst, ordinary pills sometimes can just, take it off. But you need to know the type of cyst, because some cysts can be hard to manage. Some people have endometriosis, and when they do a scan, it looks like a cyst. So it comes in various forms. So you have to know the type of cyst. So if it's going to be a complex one, then you need the services of a good gynecologist to manage you.
That's very, very important. Women especially, please don't take yourself to anywhere. Sometimes we're thinking about the money. And I always say, you know what, forget about money. You're important than the money. And it's not that most times that we cannot afford the money. So the right gynecologist is very, very important. And if you're going to do surgery, be careful. Don't just tell you that's the only option. No, even in America, they tell you surgery. I always tell my clients, there are options before surgery. The doctor just wants to make money. The surgeon, that's how he makes his own money. So it will suggest how he can make his own money. Okay. On the issue of IVF, how will you rate the acceptance level in Nigerian society based on your experience? How
IVF is well known in Nigeria now, even though we're still not there. And the reason why we're still not there is because people are still hiding. People are hiding and people are lying.
Oh, thank you for
that's why we are not where we're supposed to be.
Yes.
And what do I mean by this? Someone has done IVF. And now she has gone to church to praise God.
Thank you for mentioning that. I was going to bring that up.
She has gone to church to praise God for giving her children. Yes, it's good to praise God. But it's also good to tell people that you did IVF. So that people listening to you can know that, okay, that means I can also do IVF. Because by the time you do your testimony and you say everything apart from that IVF, you have lied.
And
you have lied in the presence of God. And you have prevented other people from accepting that same treatment.
Yes.
So that's why I said it is known, but again, we are still not there.
Lying.
Because if we are there, I won't be seeing people on social media saying that my tubes grew back.
Change the battery, please.
My tubes that was blocked, I used something and it was, and I got pregnant.
Yes.
Or you have had an ectopic, they've removed your tube, someone will tell you to pray that your tubes will grow back.
Jesus Christ.
So until we get away from all this, Oyinbos that brought Christianity to us, they are not stupid with Christianity.
Yes.
If your appendix is inflamed, you go to the hospital, the doctor will recommend appendectomy to remove your appendix. You don't go to church to pray that your appendix will go away. So, infertility is the same thing. It's an abnormal situation.
Yeah.
And what do you need to do when there's an abnormal situation? You go to the hospital. When you have a headache, you take paracetamol. Someone said that it's just like you want to go to America, for instance. You just don't pack your bags one day that you are going to America and go to the airport and you enter a plane. There is a process for
it.
You get your visa, you buy your tickets, then you go to the airport. If you don't get a visa, you cannot go to the airport. If you have a visa, if you don't buy your ticket, you cannot go to the airport. So there is a process.
And even if
everything must be done accordingly.
Even the visa has to be right too.
Yeah, it has to be right. Because if you are going to America and you get the visa that is going to Germany, when you get to Germany, you cannot go further.
Very, very important. Thank you. What you said, I was going to say that because we lie too much. We lie too much.
We lie too much,
God has done it. Yes, God has done it. How did God do it?
How did God do it?
Yeah, I had a 52-year-old client. I did treatment for her. And I said, you know what? Don't just finish this treatment and stay there. Try other options. And another option you can try is IVF. So I'm preparing your hormones. Go and do IVF. Until you have money, go and do IVF. And sincerely, she listened to me. So I said, now that you're taking treatment, she lives here. I said, contact a doctor. Tell the doctor you're taking natural treatment so they know how to prepare. Because she said she didn't want to take any medication and all that. I said, okay. She became pregnant. I think I shared that testimony one day. Was it 2 weeks ago? So there are options. So don't lie to people. Somebody that is looking up to you, they know you've been waiting all this while. Let them know God has done it. I'm not saying put your business out there, but to be able to encourage other people, please don't lie. When your pastor doesn't even know what you did, don't go and give them credit. Thank you, my pastor, for all your prayers. What prayers?
Actually, you can even pray. Prayer works. Prayer makes IVF work.
Exactly.
Prayer makes IVF work.
All this money. You need God to go ahead of you. So everything is prayer, but at least encourage somebody. You don't know who may be
encourage someone,
your testimony. Encourage somebody. This person, let me quickly read her on. She said, thank you for the response, but the result reads CA125. Is it okay, ma, or should I be worried? She just wants to know if she's supposed to be worried.
Let her send me a message. Then we can discuss it.
Okay. So I can
get her to speak to a doctor. I can get her to speak to one of our doctors.
Okay. Did you hear that? She said, send her a message privately. She's on Facebook. Just look for Olori, Ranti, Ajayi. If you can't get her, then come through me again. I don't know. I'm fumbling with my mouse here. I don't know why my computer froze, and I don't want to touch it, so I don't hand the stream. So I'm trying to put my number out there, but I will put it there before the end of this thing. I don't know what is going on, but I'm so scared of touching anything right now. So thank you for answering that, Auntie. Let me go to the next one.
Yeah.
On the issue, okay, the acceptance, we just talked about the acceptance. Have you, okay, so far, since you joined them at Nordica, how many babies have you had so far?
Nordica has about 3,000 babies.
Whoa.
And we're counting.
That's a lot.
We have a lot of multiple births. Do you know that some people, even when they do treatments and they get pregnant, they never come back? We never get to hear from them again.
I know, I can imagine.
Some people will even change their numbers. They don't want you to contact them.
Wow.
Yeah, because they don't want anybody to know that they have their babies through IVF.
Through IVF. I understand. Yeah. I mean, I see that a lot in my own practice too. Sometimes when I'm following up, like, how are you now? Motiwa, okay, I'm all right. At least I want to know that you are all right. I want to know that you are pregnant. It's nothing. I'm not going to put your name out there that, I'm the one that did that treatment. It's just to know that at least what we're doing is working.
Yeah,
and then working. Yeah. People. Wow. That's interesting to know. So I won't feel bad again.
There's a page on Facebook that says Bubbles of Joy with Anstola.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you go to that page, you see
tag me so I can join and then
repost. Bubbles of Joy with Anstola. We only showcase Nordica babies there.
Okay.
Because we are fortunate that some clients, they encourage us by bringing their babies, they send their pictures, we celebrate their birthdays, and all that. We celebrate and, they send their pictures and we post them so that people can know that IVF babies are normal babies.
They're normal babies.
They are normal babies, because that's another thing that people are afraid of. They think that maybe they are not normal, So we try to let people know that they are normal babies, they are doing well, they are very intelligent, and our first baby will be 16 in September. Is it 16?
Wow.
Yeah, it will be 16 in September. Our first triplets, they turned 15 last week.
Wow.
And they are so tall and grown. Yeah.
It's your egg and your sperm. Yeah. And sometimes even if you have to, I want you to tell us more about, because these things is just about education. I'm going to have 1 week break from school sometime in August. I'm going to do 1 week of just teaching about fertility and erectile dysfunction. We just need education. People are ignorant. Sometimes when I explain this, we're like, ignorance. Don't get tired. I know, Doctor, your husband does a lot of webinars and seminars and training.
Yes. We try to give information out there.
We just need information and information and information, so we won't get tired. So can you please explain how you do I want you to explain to them about the sperm donor. I know you do sperm donor and then egg donor too, because sometimes you cannot produce, at least there is a possibility that you can get healthy one. I just want you to explain that process.
In egg donation, some people cannot use their own eggs again for them to get pregnant. And the types of people that cannot use their eggs again are people who have reached menopause.
Okay.
If you have reached menopause, you may not be able to use your eggs again.
Okay.
And so, you do know that some ladies have reached menopause early. They may be in their 20s and they have reached menopause.
Wow. I know. I know. I'll explain to people. Can you explain that?
Some people in their 20s, they can have early menopause. They just get to that stage early. Maybe because of abnormal hormones.
Can that be hereditary?
Not this. It can be.
Okay.
It can be. It's not something they've done or what they have not done. So they just have this premature ovarian failure and they reach menopause early.
Wow.
In those days when we talk about menopause, we look at people in their 50s and all that. But
It's not.
nowadays, we see people in their 20s, in their 30s that have reached menopause. For the
Wow.
fact that you are still seeing your period does not mean that you have not reached menopause, because menopause has to do with hormones.
Mm.
Cessation of period is the last thing that you see. So
Wow.
if you are 50, for instance, and you are still menstruating, don't say that you have not reached menopause, because your hormones will say that you have reached menopause.
That means you
So
can have your period and would they be ovulating or no ovulation?
you are still ovulating, because if you ovulate, you will see your period.
Yes.
Yes. But the
That
hormones will say
produces
that you have reached
the
menopause, because hormones that is supposed to be between 1 to 10 is now saying that is 20.
Mm.
So it's just waiting for the time that the period will stop finally.
But hormones are useless now, but the cycle is still there.
Yeah,
Wow, this
yeah.
thing is deep. I always tell people the
So
fertility issue is not just
yeah, and
simple.
it's not just about age. It's not just about age. Some people they are what we call they produce eggs, but their eggs they don't produce as much as they're supposed to. We
Too.
call them poor responders.
So it's
We
not
call them poor
healthy enough
responders.
to become an embryo.
So yeah, so they have very few that may not be able to even fertilize to get to that stage. So at that point, you can be advised to use donor eggs.
Mm.
You can be advised to use donor eggs.
Okay, so they can use donor eggs to still carry babies.
Yes, donor eggs means that you are using, because your own eggs cannot be used again,
Mhm.
maybe because it's not going to fertilize, or maybe it's not even there again. Because when you stimulate the ovary, you expect follicles, like I said the other time, you
Yeah,
expect some eggs. But in some people, you stimulate them and there's nothing,
not
you cannot get anything. So people like that will be advised to use donor eggs. So donor eggs means you are using a younger person's egg for them.
Mhm.
So when you collect the eggs of a younger person, you now put the husband's sperm to form an embryo. Then you now return it back into the uterus of the woman to carry.
Carry the
So
baby.
she's still the one carrying, she's still the one that is going to get pregnant. When
Mhm.
she has her baby, she will breastfeed her baby. So
Mhm.
the egg donor just gave out the eggs, and you are using the husband's sperm. Same thing with sperm, with donor sperm.
Mhm.
The woman may be using her own eggs, but because the husband does not have sperm cells, will take a donor sperm and use with the woman's egg,
To
and she
fertilize.
carries it. Yes.
What would you? I want you to advise somebody listening, because I get this all the time because um go I have a specialist, my herbal doctor, that I'll send people to go and do tests. So when we know, okay, your sperm is not healthy enough, or most times it's the eggs, because Nigerian men, I force them to test. If you're a couple, you need to go do a test for me. Oh, but Dr.O, he had a baby by somebody. I know that may not be your baby, and I've seen
It
that.
doesn't work that way.
Auntie, I've seen that a couple of times. Like that
It may
was
even be the baby. It may even
yes,
be the baby. And over
because
the years, the
happen.
sperm has generated to zero.
Yes. So what would you tell a woman that thinks, but that is not my egg, or a man that would think that is not my sperm that fertilized our egg? They still feel detached from that baby. What would you tell them? Because that is the excuse sometimes. Like, but doctor, that won't be my baby.
Well, one thing that I usually tell people is that, our culture,
It's still
our
part of
culture
yeah.
wants you to get married and have children.
Mm,
That's the culture that we are in.
to be
Oyinbos may want, if they don't have, they don't really bother about it.
appreciated.
But in our culture, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Our culture demands that you have children.
Yes.
And when it's not coming, and the advice is that you should use donor eggs,
Mm-hmm.
I will usually tell them that weigh your options.
Yes.
There are three options that you have.
Mm.
So you have to be the one to choose. The option 1 is to use donor egg.
Okay.
Option 2 is to adopt. Option 3 is to remain childless. Which one will it be?
Will you be?
Because when you use donor egg, you are carrying the pregnancy.
Yes.
You are breastfeeding the baby.
The baby.
And that's what you call a mother.
Yes.
Because when we talk about motherhood, nobody talks about eggs. You say, I carry you in my tummy. I breastfed you for 9 months.
That's right.
That's what we call a mother. And when I advise in that regard, most people take that option. We have only very few people that will say, it's either my egg or nothing. But you know what? Most of them, by the time they now realize that they have made a decision that is not so good, sometimes it's late.
It's late.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember our oldest mother, when she got pregnant, she was 56.
Whoa.
And she had triplets. And she that was her first time ever of getting pregnant. Ever.
Wow.
Ever. And she had triplets. Though 2 survived. And the children are 10.
Wow.
So she's about 65, 66 now.
Wow. Wow. That is something to be encouraged about. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
56. So your case is not hopeless. Before I read the next, people put cultural notions and ideologies above their own wants. That's true. What will people say? And my pastor said, keep praying, but you know what? Do the right thing. So
do you know whether your pastor has gone to do IVF?
Oh yes, it's true. Or egg donor or something.
A lot of pastors have done IVF, but they won't come out to say they've done IVF. And they'll keep you in the church praying for you. Praying for you.
Okay. Have you ever had a hopeless case at Nordica? That is, did you okay, have you ever had a hopeless case like, okay, you tried everything and nothing happened? How did you undo and manage the situation?
The one that came to my mind now, there was a lady, she came some years ago, and she registered, we started evaluating her, and she was asked to do hysteroscopy. Hysteroscopy means putting a scope, like a camera head, through the vagina to visualize the uterus. And when we got there, there was no passage. She has used some corrosive agents, in a sojourn of looking for children. She's been to many places, and they'll give them things to insert into the vagina. And if you are listening tonight, please, I beg you by the mercy of God, whatever you do, do not insert things into your vagina.
Please.
You can cook, you can drink, you can rub, but do not insert something into your vagina, because that was what happened to her. So they have messed that place up completely.
Jesus.
So, and we now advise her that, madam, don't waste your money again. This place cannot carry pregnancy. So what you can do is to consider surrogacy.
Surrogacy. I was coming to that.
And she came to my office, I remember vividly, and she held my hand and said, thank you. That now I know that I should stop wasting money. Because you have told me the truth.
Wow.
Because you have told me the truth. She held my hand and said, thank you. Thank you for telling me the truth. And she left.
Wow. This pastor, you will not kill me.
But nowadays, we know that in our own situation, surrogacy is possible. Someone will carry for you.
For you, yes.
Yeah. At that time, surrogacy wasn't that common in Nigeria, but now it's common. Somebody can carry for you.
Okay. For that surrogacy, because I have a friend that I've been talking to. Actually, she was gonna come see you. She already bought her ticket until COVID, because I told her I was traveling. So she said she will buy tickets and come while I was in Nigeria. Unfortunately, we both couldn't make it. And what I told her was, you know what, why don't you try surrogacy? And she was like, Nigeria, this and that. I said, go and talk to this woman. Whatever
we have a lot of babies abroad now that are born through surrogacy.
Okay. So how is that process? Because she lives here. What is the process? Because I'm going to push this woman. Because for right now, I don't know, God can, I believe in miracles. But for right now, that is the option that I gave her. So what, I know she's watching. How is the process?
What we do is she needs to come in to evaluate her, because there are two ways. If you are using your own eggs and somebody is carrying for you,
okay,
or you are using donor egg and someone is carrying for you with your husband's sperm. So we need to know whatever the person is doing, then we advise. So it's still going to be IVF. The only difference is that somebody will carry
the baby. Okay.
And it involves the legal implications and all that. You get a lawyer. We have a lawyer who handles our surrogacy process, and the commissioning couple and the surrogates, we have to meet with the lawyer and sign agreements.
Okay. So for somebody that is coming to see you, that will not be possible on the first visit, or it will be possible?
It will not be possible, but most of the time what we do with people who are coming from abroad is that we establish a communication with them, by email. So whatever they need to do while they are there, they will do it before coming home, so that it becomes easy. Then we'll have arranged for when they will see the lawyer and all that. So if they are going to start the process before they come, maybe to get a surrogate, for the surrogate to get prepared and all that, then when they come in, they see the lawyer, they sign all the necessary papers. But what we try to do again is that if the couple, if they are abroad, one of them at least must come to Nigeria for the lawyer to see them.
Okay, that's important. That's important. So when you say there are certain things they have to do before they come, do you mean like tests?
Yeah, if for instance, if she's using her own eggs, if she's using her own eggs, so before they come, we just ask some basic questions of what they've done in the past and all that. If and they're using the husband's sperm, we need a baseline result to check. And
okay.
Before they come, so that they will come and do their own when they get here.
Okay, so that's fair enough. I'm still going to ask more questions about that, because I need to push this person. I mean, she's interested but scared. And some people, especially those that live overseas, when you tell them things about Nigeria, Nigeria, I mean, the way she said, in fact, the way she said is like I was throwing her into a lion's den.
I can give her someone's number that she can speak to and let her tell her experience.
Okay, please. I would love that.
A number of clients who have done treatments abroad.
Okay, that would be really, really nice. Okay. Okay, I think so far they have too many questions, and I know I've taken your time. You just came back from work, and I promised my admin that I will not stay too long, but they were begging me, Dr.O, don't get carried away. I said, okay, I promise I will not get carried away. So I'm gonna release you soon. What other questions? Let me see if I am missing anything here. Okay, I can't. Okay, let me ask. Okay, it's assume most doctors are fit. We've talked about marriage. Okay, this person just wants to, because you're an advocate for domestic violence and child molestation too. He said, Doctor, can you please ask her on the issues of underage rape and child molestation? What advice do you have for mothers and victims?
It's quite unfortunate that we are getting to see this often. Maybe it has always been there, and because I was telling my husband the other day, I said social media is bringing a lot of things out.
Yes.
Even wife beaters,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
your neighbor will just be recording and putting on Facebook when they see you beating your wife.
Yes.
So I think that's one good aspect of social media.
Mm.
Mothers, I think from what we have seen in the past few weeks, we should know that leaving your children out there to even relatives, friends, is not advisable.
And if you have to pay attention.
Yeah, you have to pay attention. You have to talk to them also for your children to be able to say things out that, okay, this is happening, because a lot of times we assume you leave your child and it's a normal thing. That's the way we were brought up. You can go to your uncle's house, you can go to your dad's friend's house without any issue, without any problem. But it's not like that again, unfortunately. It's not like that again. So we have to open our eyes to see. And the most unfortunate thing that I see is when a stepfather is molesting his stepdaughter and the mother is looking away.
Auntie, you're talking about stepfather. What about biological child? I've seen a couple of that. Yes.
Because you want to maintain a home. You are looking away. Someone is molesting your child and you are looking away.
Are you still married to this person?
That's something I cannot understand.
Me neither.
Is it money? Is it that you just want to remain married?
Yeah.
At the expense of what?
Yeah.
I think mothers, we should borrow ourselves brain.
Yeah, I am brain
and open your eyes and see.
Yeah.
And see, and let your children be able to talk to you to know exactly what is wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. But one thing again is that I think we need to focus a lot on mental health.
Yes.
Why would a father be raping her daughter and be helping her to get rid of a pregnancy? If not mental issue.
If not that he is sick mentally.
He's sick. So I think we need to focus more on mental health.
Yes.
Like fertility, mental health is something that we don't talk about again.
Yes, especially in the church.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to church. We sleep at church. We go to church every day. The pastors are after the pocket and the money and their lifestyle. They are not teaching
real life
issues. They're not teaching real life issues. Even the pastor, they have mental illness. It's scary and heartbreaking. Yes, Bumi, it is scary and heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. And I think and I hope and pray that these few months that we've all been home with COVID, our brains will resuscitate and we'll be able to think deeper and think like human beings. Some people are just robots. My pastor says this, my pastor says that. Yes, it is.
What we have been seeing, your friends on Facebook, what we have been seeing recently.
Yes.
It's quite unfortunate.
It is. It is. It is. Let me read one last question, then how can one know when our hormones are menopausal?
Like I said, age is one factor. Age is one factor. And the other factor is only when you test.
Yes.
When you check your hormones, that's when you know what the values are. And that's when one can advise on what to do. I remember some years ago, we had a couple, they just got married about 9 months. And it was the lady that said she noticed that the husband's sperm was watery, whatever that means. But at least she had that notion that something was wrong. So they came to the clinic. So we came to the clinic. So they actually came that we should just check the husband's sperm because they were newly married, about 9 months. But we said, if you have to register, you register as a couple. We don't just assess just one person. We have to assess you, we have to assess him, so that whatever we want to do, because it involves both of you. So we checked the man's sperm. Of course, the sperm was a bit low, not because it was watery, but it was low. And we checked the woman's hormones. At that time, she was 28. You will not believe it. Her hormone was saying she was like 45, 50.
Oh, Lord.
So she didn't know that there was any problem with her. She's just a young lady, 28. But because we did the test, we saw that the hormones were very, very high. So she's had premature ovarian failure.
Whoa.
So, of course, we advised them on IVF and all that. But because she was 28, you just want to give her that chance to say whether to use her eggs. So she did, but it wasn't, there was nothing because they couldn't get any eggs from her because the hormones were just high. So you can know from the age, you can also know from your hormones.
So the most important is the moment you feel that you have some kind of infertility issue, go and test yourself. And don't go to just anywhere, please. I don't know about Nigeria, but here, even if for anything that I want to do, my children actually taught me that. Even to buy carrier bag for my laptop, I bought one. They were laughing at me. I said, why are you laughing? They said, Mommy, do you know what you're carrying? I said, no, I just saw a very nice thing and I bought it. They told me, and I look at the bag again. I'm like, they're right. Since that time, anything I want to buy, even ordinary plastic, I will go and Google it, see the review. So I think it's very, very important. You mentioned, people doing all sort of surgeries and stuff. Go to a reputable hospital. If you're going to pay more, what you're going to pay more is important, and what you get the best care for yourself. I think that's, please, ma'am. Okay. Let me read one more last question. Please, ma'am, talk on stress and its effect on hormones. I went through a traumatic event, and that month was the last month I had my period. This was 4 to 5 years ago. How does the stress affect the hormones? That's a very important question too. Me, if I want to know.
It does. It does. It does. When you are stressed, your hormonal level, everything changes. When you are stressed, you see that you are agitated. You see yourself, you are shaking, you are sweating. There's this hormone that your adrenaline comes out, and you become very jittery. So stress also has its own effect on hormones. It can make your menses to be irregular. It can make your menses to be irregular.
Irregular. Okay.
Yes. And once that happens, until you sort whatever is happening out, then that's when you now become normal. But I will not say that it will be a cause of infertility per se, because it can be a contributory factor
to stopping your period, because she's actually over 50. She's not looking for kids. So she's older. So for her, it's no more period.
I can tell you that stress period, the stressful period that you had, just triggered your menopause. Because at 50, your menopause is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But stress will help it to surface. It can. Okay. So all of you stressing, I've been screaming about stop stressing. I mean, for me too, I think 2-3 months that I know there was a time that my period stopped. I was stressed, like serious stress. I was stressing. So that is very, very important to know. That's very, very important to know. So
it's the same way that when you are stressed, you have acne. You have pimples on your face, and when you are stressed, it's the same way. It's the same hormone that is responsible.
Okay, this person is asking, Well, I'll still read your question, but she already answered this because she said they had a 56-year-old. You're just 50. Okay, she said, I tried at 48 and it did not work. She's asking if IVF can work for her at 50. That she tried when she was 48 years old and it did not work. So she's considering trying again.
Well, it depends on the choices that you made.
Okay.
Because if at 48, if you have made a choice of using your own egg, then it will not work.
Okay.
But if at 48 you have made the choices of using donor eggs, it will work. Though it may not work at one sitting.
Okay.
But it will work eventually, unless there are other things that will not make it work. For instance, when we are using donor eggs, we are concerned about your uterus.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are using a donor egg. So it's assumed that the eggs they are from younger person, but your uterus is what you are concerned about, and of course the quality of your husband's sperm. So if the uterus is fine, the quality of the sperm is okay, you eventually get pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for her, I know you still need to test, which is very, very important. So the test result would determine what you add. Okay, she says I used donor eggs. Okay, you know what? Okay,
there may be other reasons. There may be other reasons. But as we all know, IVF is not 100%.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Okay, for you, I think she sent a message from Nigeria. Okay. Yes, she said she used donor before. So in her own case, she actually needs to go. I mean, would you advise her to try the donor egg again, or at her age try surrogacy?
No, age at 50. If you are 50, you can still carry.
Yes.
Yeah, you can still carry.
So if the donor eggs failed before, can she try same donor egg again?
It's still donor egg that you will use because you are 50. You are not trying your own eggs.
Okay.
You are using donor egg, but you are carrying. If your uterus is okay, you will carry it.
Okay. All right. So she said if your period is still okay, I mean your uterus. Okay, you know what? You will talk to Olori after the show.
Yeah.
Because I think you need more counseling on what
you can send me a message, we'll discuss it.
It's a Nigerian number, so that will be easier. So if you have any more questions, because I don't want to keep her for too long, if you have any further questions, please forward it to her directly or send it to me. Then I will forward it to her. And then we'll know how to go from there. And everything we've talked about, they're not Haba, I'm the Yalagbo. They do medication. They do medication, but I trust our service. I will not bring her if I don't trust our service. I've been at Nordica. I see all the testimonies, and I wish many people can testify to, oh, I've been waiting. We did IVF. We prayed. We used Agbo, because I use Agbo for my people and still tell them, go ahead and try that IVF. We'll pray about it too. So don't just sit down and be waiting for a miracle to come because your pastor said, keep drinking water. It's okay. Me, self, we drink water. On my prayer line, we do prayer water every week. Are you getting
I drink my water.
Seriously, see water. We drink water. We drink we drink water. Let me see if I can quickly read this. My period stopped 3 years ago. That was when I was 35 years old. Till now, it just give me a sign every month. Don't know. Maybe it's the IUD family planning that caused it. I forgot to ask any question about it. So that's a good question for her. Can the family planning affect fertility?
Yes. If you have family planning, definitely what you are trying to do is that you don't want to get pregnant. Yeah. Family planning also is hormonal.
Yeah.
So some people, when they remove it, they experience delay. But if you are not seeing your period after family planning, there may be a problem in the uterus. It may not necessarily be, it depends on what you did, the type of family planning that you did. Did you take injection? Did you put IUCD and all that? Because at 35, why are you not seeing your period? There is a challenge. Yes, there is a challenge why you are not seeing your period. Could it be that you have some additions in your uterus that is
Okay.
making the walls of the uterus to come together?
Okay.
And that's probably how you feel, that you feel that you want to menstruate but it's not coming out because the walls of the uterus are together. So you are not shedding. When you menstruate, what you do is that you shed the lining of the uterus.
Okay.
So you are not shedding because they are like this. They're like it has cobwebs inside.
Inside.
So
Okay.
unless it's broken down, that's what they call Ashermans. Unless it's broken down, you may not be able to see your period.
Okay.
And it could also be hormonal.
Hormonal. Okay. So the best thing. So thank you for that person that asked that question, because it's the next question, but I was just thinking I don't want to hold you for too long. So it is very, very important. If you had family planning, any kind of family planning, and now that you are ready to conceive, first of all, because for me, when it comes to family planning, I just don't know about it. I don't like it. It affects me in so many ways, and I know with some of the clients that I have, it does. So sit down and research
Yeah,
whichever family
yeah, which
planning
one
you
is
want
good for
to
you?
use. Know about the side effects. Please know about the side effect of what you want to do. And
Yeah.
then the IVF, please, I need to ask this question. Somebody just reminded me, because when this lady died, Ibidun, people were researching what killed her, this and that. We realized she did 11 IVF. And one of the time, I actually went to read like 11 IVF, kilo day, and I saw that one of the side effects of IVF could be cardiac arrest. Yes, I saw that. It has to do with your heart, especially if you have done it for so many, so many times.
Actually, may her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
The last IVF she did was many years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the last IVF she did was many years ago. It couldn't have been less than, I don't know the last, because I remember she did an interview. It couldn't
Yeah.
have been less than 6 years or thereabout,
Yeah.
or 5. Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think so. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't really know what happened. So,
What happened?
but
Yes, because
I know someone who had 16 attempts
Jesus
before she
Christ.
had a set of the first set of twins. Then she came back again and had another set of twins.
Women are trying 16 times.
Yeah,
I would not.
16.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I do 1, 2, 3 times, I probably would have stopped.
Ah,
So women,
I told you in this program someone who had 11 attempts
you said
and he
that.
had a child.
And
Yeah,
then 11 times she conceived.
yeah,
God
yeah.
bless you. God bless those people. Honestly,
It's
it's
a
an
lot.
emotional
It's a lot.
thing too. It's very sensitive things. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Not
it's a lot.
about the money, but what your body go through, because it's not
Yeah.
like, okay, you just put an injection and it's out and the baby is there. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
For
It's
somebody
a
to have
process.
tried that 16 times,
Yeah,
11 times, it's a lot. I'm going to do the research again about that. I just saw it at that time, like, what could be
yeah.
an effect? I said 11 times. What could be a side effect of this? And I saw cardiac arrest. So I thought I was going to
Mm,
ask you, which I never did. So that was why I
mm,
brought out the question. So
mm.
for somebody thinking about IVF, what is one side effect that could scare anybody?
That will scare.
Yes, because when it comes to anything medical, people, for me, I will go and research. At least now that I know better, I will research anything that I want to do. But a lot of people, they just hearsay. Somebody said this, somebody said that. They will not go and research. Because if I'm going to do IVF now, I will sit down, look for everything that I needed to know. But most people
Yeah.
don't do that. And they think, oh, there's a side effect. What is one side effect that you may think?
Well, for instance, some people, let me just put some power to my phone. some people, when they do IVF, they can react, and we call it hyperstimulation.
Okay.
We call it hyperstimulation. They react to the drugs by producing too many follicles.
Okay.
So that's one it can be fatal if not well managed. But thank God we've been managing that over the years, and we've been very God has been good that we manage them well. We manage them well.
Okay.
That's one thing that can happen. And you know that because they are hormonal drugs, some people experience mucosal symptoms, that hot flushes, vaginal dryness, and all that. You may experience all that when you are taking some of the injections. You may
Okay.
feel bloated. Some people take some injections and become a bit fat,
Yeah.
after taking those injections. Yeah.
Okay. So for dryness and all that, okay, my distributor is these people, they like money. They like to make money. What I said is I go, like I told you, but I will not say, oh, don't go and do IVF. I will treat you and say, okay, go and consider this option. You may not
Yeah.
need medication, but go and consider this option, and whatever it is, do it for yourself. So IVF is an option
Yeah.
in infertility situation. Surrogacy is an option. But I'm going to beg
Yeah.
you, I don't care if you're in America or UK or Europe or Nigeria, wherever you may be, when it comes to your body, do your search, do your research very well before you choose
Yeah.
your doctor. They have
Yeah.
practices in America too, not only Nigeria. The only good thing about Nigeria is, about like America, live in America, you can quickly sue them. You can sue them to the last cent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know about Nigeria, but here, so don't go and mess yourself. Do your own
Yeah.
research. It's an option. IVF is an option. That's why I brought you the best in Nigeria. I don't know about any other. I know they're not the only one that are doing IVF. But when it comes to IVF and Nordica, IVF come, Nordica come. That's what I know when it comes to Nigeria. So please, if you have any more questions that you want to ask, if you are considering IVF or surrogacy, you know what? God is not going to kill you. God has given some people the brain and the
Yeah.
wisdom,
The knowledge. Yeah.
the knowledge. Thank you, man. The knowledge to be able to do this. And so many testimonies. I've had clients with testimonies. My only plea to you is research very well. Don't think about, oh, somebody's
Yeah.
charging 800,000. Why are they charging 1 million? You see that 200,000 difference may be the only saving grace that
It makes a difference. Yeah.
it makes a lot of difference. Don't go and use quack doctors. It's my plea to you. And take care of yourself. Prepare yourself. You're trying to conceive. You know what? Obesity can be the only issue. I've had clients that,
Yeah.
doctor, I lost weight, I became pregnant. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just ordinary, what do you call it? Infection. So get to know your body, do
Yeah.
the right test that you're supposed to do. And I don't want to take too much of your time. Auntie, thank you so very much.
Okay. Thank
I'm
you
going
so
to leave
much.
you now before I continue my next 10 minutes. And if you have any question, if you want our address, our phone number, whatever, please inbox me or send me a WhatsApp message. She's an easy person to go to. Go to her inbox. She will respond to you. She will respond to you. One last thing that she does that I have not talked about, she has a foundation. She see why I'm following her bumper to bumper. I want him like my jolly, you know me, you understand? Charity. She's very, very passionate. Sometimes I'll be like, Auntie Tumti, can this auntie rest at all? And I'm so much in love with her. Like, even though I have my own charity, she has her own. She will still be sending money to me to help my own foundation. This my book that came out. She already paid to buy 10 books for some people. I would say this auntie, she is like that. She is particular about the widows. Why? Why the widows?
Some years back in my in my former church when we were in Surulere. I just suddenly realized that we had a lot of widows in the church. And so I started doing things for them, and that's where it started from.
Okay.
And of course, it's just something that I feel that they are. And when you hear some stories about how people are, how families have abandoned them, especially their husband's family, how they've abandoned them to take care of their children alone, and sometimes even eject them from their houses. I feel so terrible about it. So I try as much as possible to do whatever I can do, even before the foundation started. When the foundation started, actually, it was supposed to be on marriage.
Yes, I remember.
It was supposed to, when I turned 30 years in marriage, that was when the foundation started. It's just to be able to talk about marriages and why marriages are failing the way they are failing now. All this Instagram wedding.
Yes.
So that was how it started. But of course, because I've been doing the widow thing by the side, it was easy to actually bring it in. So it's not just about widows alone now. It's even single living, anybody that we feel led to help. And I reach out to people and thank God that a lot of people do support. Sometimes even people give as low as 1,000, 2,000, which I really appreciate, because we put them together and it becomes whole. I get a lot of requests that I can't even meet up with. I can't meet up with the request. But the ones that I can meet up with, anyone that I feel that, this is actually like an emergency, we try to do.
Yes.
The last one we did was, I just woke up that morning and I felt private school teachers have not been paid. What can we do? And when I said it, someone just said, take 500,000 naira. And I'm like, wow. And that was how we said, okay, let's take 50,000 each for 10 people. Let them start a business. And from that, we've been able to do more. So it's just one of the, just a passion.
Yeah,
just
you
a
have
passion.
to be passionate about, when it comes to charity, you have to be passionate to be able to do it and not get tired, because the demands can be overwhelming. Sometimes I'll be like,
it can be overwhelming.
how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? If it's a passion and God is in it with you, and it's not like you're taking people's money and chocolating it, God will send the right people at the right time. Yes,
God forbid.
Send the right people at the right time. So thank you for everything that you're doing. So if you a woman group on Facebook, Womanhood with Olori Ajayi, they're doing amazing things. They're not that many. I want to do, all my groups for right now. I did not abandon them, but I slowed down. I'm still doing my charity behind my closed doors. I'm trying so hard, building myself. This year is my team for this year. I'm very, very busy. I'm back in school. It's a new grant that I need to cover. So I'm very, very overwhelmed. That's why I've not been. I'm still active on Facebook, but I'm doing my things. Auntie, it's not easy. So I know that you're doing a great work. And for coming today to my show, I'm going to bless one of, I don't know if it's a widow you want to give to or a teacher, because sometimes people will send money to help my charity too. So I have 50,000 naira to give.
Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
So I have your account. I have your womanhood account. I'm going to send it there. So from Dr. Olubusola Foundation to your own foundation, I'm going to send it. And God bless our effort. And if you are watching, like to donate, there are great women doing great things on Facebook. Follow the right people. I keep telling you, follow the right people. And unfortunately, the right people are the ones that don't have followers. Even me that you think I'm popular, I'm not popular. I'm still doing shows. Sometimes you come, sometimes you don't come. I have 50 people watching. Let them start one fracas on one page. Now you will see 2,000 people watching.
One Yoruba blogger.
I'm telling you see 2,000 people watching, and then when you finish all the nonsense, you will now come back and say, Dr. O, I'm stressed. Why won't you be stressed? Dr. O, pray for me. Really, you have 3 hours to sit down and listen to nonsense. You will be stressed. You will be stressed. So please, she's one woman you want to follow when it comes to marriage, career, whatever. I am telling you, trust me, follow her. That's the way I have been following her, bumper to bumper. That's the way I've been
Thank
following
you so
her.
much.
May God continue to bless your ministry. May God continue to
Amen.
bless your work.
Amen. And you too. Thank you. Thank you so, so
Sincerely
much.
appreciate you. I don't take you for granted because you are my
Thank
auntie.
you.
Taking out
Thank you so much.
2 hours. Eshe Goni, I can't even pay for that service. So I appreciate you. I
Thank
will
you.
put my calendar and bring you and Uncle back. They need to hear from
Yeah.
this great man of
Yeah.
God.
We'll,
You know, it's a
we'll,
ministry
we'll,
on its own.
we'll be glad.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
for coming. We
And
appreciate
one last thing before you go. Remember this.
you know what? I was gonna mention like my auntie too. You know what? She likes all these big glasses. As a matter of fact, you are the reason I'm wearing all these big. I said it looks great on auntie. Let me try one, and I tried one. I'm like, wow, I've been hooked. See,
She gave me this and another color, 2 of them. So tonight I said I'm going to wear this for you to see. So thank
oh
you
my
so, so
goodness! I
much.
saw another
Thank
design
you.
yesterday, and she actually looked like you. And I said, I'm going to buy one for you and buy one for myself and keep it until I'm able to send it.
Thank you so
Great,
much.
great,
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you. God
appreciate
bless
you.
you.
I will let you go and
God bless
spend the
you.
rest of the night with Uncle. So
Thank
I didn't
you.
take
Thank
you
you.
for the whole night. God bless you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
And let everyone keep safe. Let's keep safe. Corona is real. Let's keep safe. May God
Yes.
help us and have mercy on our land.
Amen. Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate you.
you. Thank
So if
you.
you have any more
I'm so
questions for us, send
grateful.
it to me or send it to her. God bless you,
Yes.
Auntie. Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye.
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 Okay, thank you so much again, Auntie. I'm just going to round up. She mentioned something about dryness. If you're taking treatment for hormones, let me see, Auntie Ranti, thanks for impacting our life. She did really, really good. That's why I'm going to bring her back with the husband. You know, that would probably be like a seminar because I want to ask every question that we may need to ask. So that would be a mini seminar, 2-3 hours. So we'll be prepared. I will let you know ahead of time. Okay. I like to bring professionals that know what they're talking about. So please, everything she has said, if you're just joining, go back to the beginning when I log off now, get offline, go back to the beginning and watch this. If you've been considering IVF or alternative to infertility. I don't lie to myself. I'm a herbal practitioner. Okay, I'm a herbal practitioner. I cannot say that I'm an expert when it comes to fertility, but I have a specialist that I use for my practice. She's a herbal doctor. She's a medical doctor plus herbal doctor. I have my own specialist, you know, when it comes to my agbo. So if you have any issue with dryness, I'm going to show you this again. I call it fallopian tube and V-stim. This is a steam. And like she said, I'm going to repeat that. Don't ever insert anything into your vagina. Either you're going through fertility problem, fibroid, whatever. Women, don't just do any stupid treatment. Treat yourself well. Don't insert anything to that thing. And some people will say they're cleaning, and then you'll be inserting whatever cleaning. What are you cleaning? Vagina is self-cleaning. So you don't need to put anything inside. All of these things, medication, strange foreign things that you insert there affect you. Even if you're not looking for kids, it affects your hormones, it affects your health. So please, this one is a great repair. Just joining. Oh, Sister Elizabeth, it's been a long time. Yes, you have missed a lot. You can go back to the beginning. She has said a lot of things. This is a steam. Okay, either you're looking for pregnant for babies or not. Well, let me show you. I want you to see the ingredients. You see calendula, lavender, rose petals, rosemary, red raspberry, plantain, motherwort, mugwort. All this I have about 9 kinds of herbs. that helps your femininity, okay? Either they look for baby, or you just want to look fine, or you just want organ not to touch another woman but you. I'm telling you, this is a vagina tightener. This will open up your fallopian tube. The reason I started packaging it, I would just get stuff. Sometimes God will just show me things to do. I will do it for my own self. I did it because I was dry. I did it for dryness. And then I was using it, and somebody called me. They call it Eda in Yoruba. Eda means when you have sex, the sperm will just come back as water, just like that. It doesn't stay. So when she called me, and I was trying to think, like, okay, what can I use for her? The first thing that came to my mind is this. I said, okay, you know what? When I was doing research on this thing, I know it can open up your fallopian tube. So let's see, maybe because she told me, oh, I don't know. I asked if she has blocked tube. She said she doesn't know. That's why you need to go to the hospital. Do test that is pertaining to your issue. So I said, go and do a test. And Dr.O, I don't have money. I said, okay. So I sent this. I know it will open up a fallopian tube if that is the case. She used it one time. I am not exaggerating. God sees my heart. One time she used it. And she called me back 2 weeks after. I said, what? He said, Dr.O, you did not sell me. That's magical. I said, I don't sell magic. Miracle, yes. Magic, no. She said, I only use this thing one time and the sperm stays. I said, really? I said, well, it means your tube was blocked. I was surprised. I would say it's a miracle. For one use, since that time, I use this thing once a week. That's all you need. Whatever issue you're going through, you don't need it twice a week. You need it just once a week. Either you have infection, either you're dry down there, either you're too big or wide open down there and you want it tight. Either you just want to feel good about yourself. This is my own way of just pampering myself. This is the way I'm just pampering myself, just take that 2 hours in 1 week and just feel in the moment, be yourself, treat yourself well. So this is it. Anything femininity, this is all good for you, okay? It's just $25. Really? I will see. I told my manager, I'll see how I'm going to send this to Nigeria. I'm having issues with cargo now with the COVID. So I'm going to arrange for her to be able to have this in Nigeria. So this is one way to treat yourself good, real good. This is Irish moss. This thing, I was the only one for like 2-3 years that was advertising Irish moss on Facebook. I've been seeing all these big companies selling it now. And the minimum you can see is $30, $49. One even says $69. Trust me, it is worth how much money they put on it. But there are big companies, they can put anything on it. They can put whatever price on it. It looks like spaghetti. If I send it to you, you're going to be the one to wash it, rinse it, and blend it. It comes out like this. My daughter is working for me now. So she just packed this. She doesn't have labels yet. Tony just want to make money at all costs. So she's working by the hour. It comes out like jelly like this. You put it in anything. Trust me, anything. If you like beans or you don't like beans or your children don't like beans, put 1 tablespoon. When I finish cooking my beans, I put a couple of spoons in this Irish moss. It changed the taste of beans forever in my house. Now they want my beans. As a matter of fact, if I'm not careful, I will not get to eat from my own cooking pot. Dayo did the same thing. That's the way our brothers steal our beans and moi moi. My sister just tried with the beans for the first time. She called me like, hey, Kili, you do. It's not like sweet. It just changed the texture. It's a soup thickener. If you can use it as soup thickener. This is gbogbo nishe. Anything, it will build your immune system. See, I'm gonna go out now. I'm taking this to somebody. I need to remember to put labels. Anything, it will build your immunity. It's good. It breaks down cancer cells. Libido, boosts your sperm. It helps you. I mean, it will be like an exaggeration. If you must have seen this somewhere. Some of these big companies are packaging it now. I said, see me, oh. So it's very, very scarce now. Even my supplier for the past 1 month, When I call, it's like, doctor, I don't have. Oh, so he called me on Mondays, like, wherever you are, I'm not going to come and deliver. Wherever you are, get to me right now. So I just invested a whole bunch of money. Like, this thing is more expensive. As a matter of fact, it is like 40-50% more than what I used to buy, but I'm not going to increase my price. I don't want to. I just want everybody to try this once. I can mail to anywhere right now. I don't know if my manager still have some left in Nigeria, but I will see how they can get it. Okay, so Irish Moss, Google it. It is what you buying. Everyone in the house can use it. It is not like my regular agbo, no taste whatsoever. If you smell anything, you can just smell like fish. Not like fishy, but no smell, no taste, but the best herb that you can have in your refrigerator. So when you order it, it will come like this. I don't like to send, you get 2 of these from this. That is the truth. So if I process it for you, I'm making more money off you. But I don't, but then you can do it yourself. So I don't have to spend extra money to mail it to you. That's as simple as that. When it comes to fertility, I do all the weight treatment. Even if you are going to end up with IVF, like Auntie Ranti said, I prepare you, I boost your hormones, I boost your fertility. So I have everything, local herbs, 100%. This is my conception. That's the name I gave it, because I know if you need prayer, we will pray. Where is the camera now? I don't know. I put conception. That's the name I name it, conception. You must get pregnant in Jesus' name. Okay. And this is the hormonal imbalance. If you're having hormones problem, your hormones are not balanced, we need to balance it. Like she said, you may be menstruating and having cycle and still have hormonal imbalance problem. If your period has stopped, by God's grace, we have brought back period. So the period will come back from wherever it is, okay? So don't ever give up on yourself. She mentioned 56. I haven't had anyone that old, but I've had a 54-year-old woman become pregnant, okay? Become pregnant. She took my treatment and she went for IVF. She's in London, okay? So I know a lot of people don't want to come out like, this is what I did, but it's okay. But I'm telling you, giving you hope that don't ever lose hope. Don't ever lose hope. I asked her, like, any hopeless situation, one in how many years they've started the clinic. So that is good information, good and hopeful situation. Don't ever give up on yourself. This soap is bestseller, right? Especially in Nigeria. I've been so busy, so my daughter is trying to help me now. Skin lightening, black soap. We have for the ebony people, because a lot of people are like, doctor, I don't want to be lighter than I am. Even me, I haven't used it for like 2 weeks now, because my shade is getting lighter. And my husband said he doesn't want me to be Oyinbo tomato juice. So let me just maintain it. But it's very, very great on your skin. I'm enjoying my skin, just putting my hands all over my own body, it's really, really good. What I want to do is this. Fertility is not something that I can rush. That's what she does 24/7. Me, fertility is part of my treatment. So what I'm going to do is, I have 1 week off from school in August. I know, I'm going to check it again. I think it's the week of, where's my calendar? So what I want to do is, I'm going to have 1 week of class. So I think it's the week of 17 to 21. Yeah, August 17 to 21. I'm going to check again. We're going to have 1 week class. And fertility is going to be my main focus. Women issue and then erectile dysfunction. A lot are going on. One question that I missed there was somebody saying, what caused all this male infertility? Male infertility, we have to tackle that. Recently, the cases that I've had, there are more male infertility than women. You'll be shocked, right? That's what is going on in the world right now. So let's talk about what is causing it, what can be done. There's treatment for everything under the sun, even if it's spiritual. Let us pray now and join it with treatment, okay? So please, I need help, people of God. I have nothing to feed. Don't come on my wall asking for, because we do charity here doesn't mean. I hate that sincerely. You don't go on people's platform just I know times are hard, but when I see people coming out like that, begging, you are a beggar. It's not COVID. It's not that, hey, you have an issue. You are a beggar, a professional beggar. At least have some dignity, okay? So people like that, I'm sorry. If you come on my platform like that and just say, oh, people of God, oh, help me with feeding, I will not send my money to you. I will not. Anybody can help you. I will not say don't help, but don't ever come on my platform to come and be doing beggars. No, my children don't beg like that. My people don't beg like that. People go through stuff. We do. I want somebody to put money in my account. But don't come and be doing professional beggars, because that's the way you got to go on every page and say the same thing. That shows you have no dignity. I'm sorry to say that, okay? I don't like to see that. Let me see. Thank you. Let's fight. We pulled crowd. Oh yes, when it comes to fighting, you will see people, 20,000 people watching at the same time. Tell them there's an educative program coming up. Tell them no, they will not come, but they are the ones with issues. Please, people, you need to learn at this time. Plan, learn, follow people that will add value to your life. And I'm so happy with my own small circle right now. Follow people that will add value to your life. It will really, really add value to your life. So thank you everyone for watching. This is the series that our team for the next 3 months is Audacious Women of Purpose. I'm going to bring women professionals to come and talk to you, okay, about all sort of issues. Next week, I'm going to talk about widowhood. I have some friends that are widowed. I have some people around me that are widowed. I've been doing helping widows since I met Auntie Dami, my admin. She was my first widow. I mean, God just said to do something at that time. And since that time, and God just gave me an instruction this year, help the widows and the youth. Like, God, how am I going to do it? It's making ways, especially now that I'm not begging for money. It's making ways. People will just say, Dr.O, I want to bless a widow. Dr.O, I want to do my birthday, but let me donate this money to your foundation, give it to a woman. So God has been the one doing it. So next week, I'm going to bring 2 widows. They've lost their husband. They're still very young, but they're doing amazing things. So I want them to come and talk to you. If you're a single mom or a widow, or you think your life is over because you don't have a husband and you can never do anything. Yes, you can do exploit in Jesus' name. So I'm going to bring them to come and talk to you. Okay, next week 1 or 2 widows will win something again. So if you want to donate, please donate to me. I want to give money to somebody. I want to empower a widow next week. At least we need to empower 1 widow next week. And then I have a prize online for Bumi. Bumi is one of my daughters. She's my PA. She's actually the one in charge of, a lot of things, content writing. When it comes to this show, she's been doing a great work. I've been busy. God just bring people that will help at the right time. She has a catering business as well. She just celebrated 1 year. I tell my kids all the time, don't sit down there and be looking and waiting for somebody to come and sponsor your lifestyle or sponsor you. Try and think outside of the box. She has a MSc. She's a master degree holder. Do something. What can you do? I can cook. Start selling food now. Your friends will patronize you. Me, sometimes, like right now, I want somebody to cook for me so that I don't have to cook this weekend so I can rest. She just turned 1 year with her business. And I said, I'm giving 2 pot. How many pot of soup? So if you're a widow, you want soup or a bowl of, I don't know how much she's selling it for the weekend, or you just feel like you cannot cook or you don't have food at home, I'm going to pay for 2. I don't know if I said 2. So I'm going to say, if you're watching, if you're a widow or you know a widow that really, really needs a pot of soup in Nigeria or she's in Lagos, please let me know. Okay, let's do 2 in Lagos. We don't have that many people in Ibadan. My niece is another caterer. What she does is she cooks for people too. She want to open a restaurant now. So I have amazing people doing stuff. Follow people that can motivate you to do better for yourself. So if you are in Ibadan, you are a widow, you need a pot of soup. It may be for this weekend. 4 pots of soup, and I'm adding a bowl of chin-chin. I promise 4. Was I sleeping when I said 4, Bumi? This angel that works with me is too generous, I'm telling you. Okay, since I have 2 caterers and you're both doing the same thing, let's see. We do 2 in Lagos and we do 2 in Ibadan. So if you're in Lagos, you need a pot of soup. I'm talking about people that need it, not you that you have food. Don't take for somebody that doesn't have. Okay, Bumi said she's going to add a bowl of chin-chin to each bowl of soup. 2 people in Ibadan. In Lagos, go on my page, look for that post, it's on my wall. Or just send me a message or send Bumi Ademoroti a message. The first 2 widows, I'm doing this for the widows. The first 2 widows is who will win. Nothing. You must be my follower. That is the only criteria. You must be my follower. Not that you just joined today. And then 2 in Ibadan. You must be a widow and you really need that pot of soup. 2 in Ibadan, 2 in Lagos. Desola can fry chin-chin too. So we don't cheat the Ibadan people. 2 pot of soup with chin-chin accompanying. That's for today's show. Thank you all for watching. Please, when next week? I am not following anymore. Sister Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. I changed the day and the time for the show. I'm back in school and I go to school every day. Auntie Dami, I go to school every day. I'm not doing virtual. My classes is hands-on, so I go to school Monday through Thursday. I have changed the show to Fridays. So I think you are in Eastern time. 3 p.m. every Friday is the show now. And 8 p.m. Nigerian time, every week we'll be talking about topics. So Sister Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. I haven't even talked to you in a long time. I'm so sorry if I've not followed up with any of you in a long time. My life is just been God. It's just been God. That's all I can say. I want soup. Auntie, you cook the soup now and I'll pay you for it. Maybe you're the cook too. I'm not doing no cooking for nobody, but I can send the money for the soup. So thank you all. And everything that I've said, Bumi and Dayo, please follow. And Auntie Dami, Ejo, I am begging you. You're my admin, you're doing great. Please follow up with me. Is my manager sleeping? Anyway, please follow up. So they don't say Dr.O is lying. I have too much. I'm already thinking about my homework for tonight, and I need somebody that is good in the muscular system. I need to know the names of these muscles and bones. I haven't done that since high school. Please, I need help. I need help. This is not about writing and writing and writing. This is real science. This I have to cram. Now I realize that I'm getting old. So that's it. That's the wrap for today. If you're joining us for the first time, sincerely from my heart, I thank you so much. And please give some love to my admin. They're the one keeping this show going. I'm tired. I'm telling you sincerely, this is the first day that I've slept good in a long time. Work, school, work, school, work, school. So give them some love. What is this? Give them some love, please. I am begging you, give some love to my admin so you can keep saying me. Thank you, everyone. Let me go. I know some of you are already saying this Dr.O can talk for Africa. Emma Bino, I am sorry. So all the product that I've advertised today, I have distributors in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we're going to have a training. If you want to join my team, you can be anywhere in the world to join my distributorship. What we do most times is drop shipping. Is that what they call it? So you are the one that will order for them. We'll be the one to ship it to wherever they are. You don't have to sell the product. You get your commission. And if you're in Nigeria, like these ladies, they're selling soap. This is one soap. Somebody sent me a testimony yesterday. I wanted to post it. A friend bought the soap and gave her some. Now she's like, Dr.O, I want that soap and I want to be a distributor. It is that good. It is that good. It is that good. So you can be a distributor. Just what you do is you just post it, advertise. When people want it, the manager or your supervisor or whatever, because now I'm busy, the one doing the job, They're the one making the money. I'm telling you, they're making more money than I do. I have somebody that has a target for 200,000 a month. This month she made more than 200,000. She started with COVID. When I advertised the agbo for COVID, she was so lucky or blessed. She advertised that agbo like crazy. I'm telling you, that first month she made 200,000 commission. She still has a job. So she's been going between 200,000 and 300,000 monthly. Can you imagine you're not leaving your house, you're making that extra buck? Me myself, I haven't made money this month. Oh, she already made 250, and today is the 17th. I said, manager, this woman, hey, very young, I won't expose her name. She's not even somebody that all of you know. I have some secret followers. You know what? All they do is just listen and read, and they do it, and amazing things are happening. That's why I keep telling you, you cannot be following me and people will not see the transformation in your life. Stop following me. If you've been my follower and there's no transformation in your life, it means, oh, get in kokon. Stop telling people I'm your mentor. Stop following me. You cannot be following me and not have something to show for it. Even if I don't have money, you know what? Just be paying attention. You will see that you will not remain stagnant in Jesus' name. So we have a training tomorrow. It's going to be 12 noon American time. And then it's going to be 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It's going to be on Zoom. I'm kind of like, don't want to make it a public post. But if you want to come and see, have an idea of what I'm talking about, distributorship, or if you want to see what we're doing, send me a message. I will send you the link for the Zoom. It's a private meeting, training for my distributors, but you can come and see. You can sit down at home and be making money. Before I go, if you want to advertise the good things, most often, this is one of my admin. This is Pomo. This is Pomo. This is the Pomo Ijebu. That's what they call it in Nigeria. I even showed it to my husband. I said, hey, because he likes Pomo. I said, baby, I'm going to make you a special delicacy this weekend. He said, what? I said, Pomo. He said, it better be a good Pomo. So I went to the freezer and brought this out and showed him. He said, this is very clean and neat. And I said, it's Auntie Dami, it's not me. Because he looked at me like, you starting to sell Pomo again. Where do you get the time? I said, it's not me. I bought it. And I've been telling people, you like Pomo, just order. Come through me, I'm not adding nothing. She sell a bag for $10. I will buy my own, give to people if I want to give. Like I bought a couple, I'm going to share with my friends just for them to taste it. Next time, Shalewa, you're buying Pomo for us. Okay, so this is Pomo Ijebu. She's in Philadelphia. Auntie Dami, where are you? She sells it, she will send it to you. Not only Pomo, she's selling a lot of things. She cook and send it. She sent me ayamase. I still have some left in the freezer. She sent me meat pie. Even Mr. Steven said, when do you have time to make meat pie? Because that is how my meat pie would taste. But it was Auntie Dami that sent that meat pie. And then there's somebody else. She's selling snail. I want to taste it first before I begin to. North Dakota. She's in North Dakota. I have somebody else that is selling snail. My friend Pastor Shala was asking me yesterday, Dr.O, I need the meal. And I said, okay, I know where to get it. I just don't know if they will have it. So I saw somebody posted on my post that she sells igbi snail. She grilled it. So it's not going to come fresh. She grilled it. So I want to try it. You know, I will not introduce nonsense to you. I want to try it, then I can say, oh, it's really, really good. So I just ordered one pack. I don't have money to throw away like that. I ordered one pack. She said she will post it immediately. When I taste it and it's good, then I will tell you that Rere ni Oluwa, okay? So buy Pomo, please. We need to sell at least 2 packets of Pomo this weekend alone. 200 packets of Pomo this week alone. Actually, it's cheap. This is not expensive. It is cheap. If you have to think about the stress of packing this thing, it is cheap. But she ain't gonna have money yet. $10. Buy, put it in your freezer. It will change your stew. Very, very clean. Very, very clean. What else are we selling? We're selling land. We are selling land. I've told my friends, let's buy land. So when we're 60, 70 and we want to go and sit down in Nigeria for 3-4 months, I know, okay, Shalewa is my neighbor. Auntie Dami is my neighbor. Are you getting my point? I mean, I'm thinking about retirement. Not that I want to retire now. We have worked. There is cow leg. Okay, bokoto. No, auntie, send me that bokoto. Let me taste it before I can advertise. I have stated, if I don't taste something, because I don't know how to lie. Meaning, send bokoto. She's selling bokoto, but you can trust that if our mama is this clean, the bokoto will be the same. Okay, auntie said bokoto. We're selling land too. You know, I've been selling land for the past 2 years. I have lands in Ibadan that I've bought from all this saving money from Ashwebi and stuff. I bought some land and I called friends at that time, come and buy land. I did not add anything. I just said, Ejeka rally. So we gathered money, bought in acres. The first one we bought 8 acres. I say, have mine. I bought more after that. Invest your money wisely. I'm telling you, I want to learn because somebody send a message. Me, you know, I'm a prophetess. I'm a pastor. I pray. I'm very, very discerning when it comes to things. She sent me a message and she did something to me. Then she sent a message, I'm sorry for what I did. But by the time you see this message, well, I may not be here to read it again, blah, blah, blah. It was in the middle of the night. The Holy Spirit will wake me for certain things. So I looked. I said, oh, really? Oh, Leku. Honestly, she's still there on Facebook, oh, because she's this person that will go from one person to the next begging for money. And I don't like that. If you're with me, don't go about be begging for money. See, this is somebody, she's a widow. I will advertise for you. People trust my judgment. I mean, in certain things, people that follow me trust my judgment. She's not begging for food. But I'm putting food on her table when I purchase pomo from her. So she doesn't have to beg. Sometimes when I buy things, not because I need them, you advertise, I see kaftan, I'm like, okay, let me patronize it, okay? Not because I need that kaftan at that time. I want to buy it and see how it looks, how it fits. Then I can tell my viewers, oh, our kaftan is the best. Are you getting my point? That's why I will order 1 pack of igbi just to taste it. So don't go around and be begging. There's dignity in you making your money. That's what I do for my own children. They're young, but they're making their own money. As a matter of fact, I ask for loan from them. Business loan, this loan, that loan, you know, ask for loan from them. Do something. Don't be a beggar. So we have lands. We have lands in Ibadan. We have lands in Badagry. That one in Badagry, that's what they call the place. I'm already putting my money where my mouth is going. She's my auntie. I know her very well. Olashile Investment. She's popular on Facebook, but I don't do with scammers. Okay, so if you want to be our neighbors, we already have 3 or 4 of us. Come and be our neighbor so we can be on the same street. Hey, okay, our grandchildren. Oh, they are fine. That's the kind of life I am planning. No, that's the kind of life. And then in the evening, where are we going today, Dr.O? Well, you all get ready at 5. Kilanche, let's go to that new restaurant. You know, put on your jeans with your white shirt. Let us go. You know, I don't want to see myself like this when I'm just 70 years old, when we can still go out and hang out and go out and eat and walk down the street in your sneakers. That's the kind of life that I'm thinking about. I have said enough. Thank you, everyone, for watching. See you again next week. If you don't show love, I am not logging out. So let's show some love to Dr.O and Auntie Ranti Ajayi. Again, thank you for coming. God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. If you're selling everything, what I want to do now is every week, at least every week, on Monday, Ajayi, I will advertise. Let's do advertisement. Come on my page. I will put a post there. If I forget, admin remind me. Let's make money. You know, all this nonsense going around. Let's do something valuable. So I will do a post every Monday. Come there and advertise your business, your product. And then every Friday, I will quickly go through the adverts so people can know you saw it on Dr.O's wall. I don't mind. Let's make money. Like right now, I have my book. Let me play it. Where is it? Oh, okay. I don't have the video. I already deleted the video. I deleted the video. I'm coming. Sorry. Okay. I deleted the video. That's my book. You can get this book anywhere on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. The PDF is on okada.com. That's a Nigerian thing. That's like the Kindle. You have it in Kindle here on Amazon. Just type my name or the name of the book. You have it on okada.com in Nigeria. You can read online. You can get it from my name or by typing the title. Anywhere in the world, you can buy this book. So don't give me that excuse of Dr.O, I can't get it. Yes, you can get it. If you want to buy in bulk, you get discount. Somebody just called me today that a pastor wants to buy. I said, okay, this is the US. I can get the publisher's price for you. Okay, $12, $15. It depends on how many you want to buy. Then I can call them and they print it on my account. Okay, make sure everyone you know reads this book. They are already producing the audio. Me, I want to listen sometimes. So you're in your car, you want to sleep, put it on. And the lady that is doing the reading, oh my God, her voice is so sensual. It will just settle right in for you. So I want to thank my publisher again, Pastor Benga Show. You want to publish your book, that's the go-to person. And then they're still working on the workbook. So until the workbook is out, I'm not going to do any training or seminar on this. I'm waiting for the workbook. This is the way I make my own money. I have to advertise my product and advertise your product. You have any product, drop it for me. So every time I do my show, I will advertise for us. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I don't want to live without praying. I just want to pray. I know fertility is a very, very sensitive subject to treat. A lot of people watching me are going through it. I have clients that are watching that are going through infertility issues. So I just want to pray with you. Okay. And that's why I said I'm going to do 1 week training again, class on the 17th to 21. I'll check again, but I'll let you know. I did it last year. I want to do it now. Some of the people that watch that show, they're already pregnant. Sometimes we just need information. Father, we thank you for today's show. We know you are a all-knowing God. And Lord, I bring these women to you and men too. For anyone watching me going through any sort of infertility, I commit them into your hands, oh God, that you would come and show them the way, because sometimes it's just knowing the right way to go and the right things to do. So I am begging, I'm pleading, Lord, that you will come and navigate us today in Jesus' name, how to do it to get the result that we want. If we do it the right way, then we know that you will bless it. People just waste money anyhow sometimes, and a little thing will be like, that's just the solution. Father, I pray for individuals going through infertility, that you will minister to them, that you will lead them to the right place to get solution for their issues in Jesus' name. Lord, you are the only one that can give children, and I pray that you will give us the desires of our hearts in Jesus' name. I don't care how old you are. Don't give up yet. You know, God is still in the business of doing miracles. And I pray in Jesus' name that the Lord will show you miracles. That you too will, like Hannah rejoiced, like God bless Anna and Elizabeth. Elizabeth was in her old age, and God blessed that womb, and she gave birth to John. Oh Lord, Sarah was in her 90s when she became pregnant and gave birth. Oh Lord, we pray. There's no hopelessness. Somebody is thinking, oh, Dr.O saying, God is telling you, no, don't feel hopeless. Your case is still in his hand, and he will be the one to to perfect everything. So you have abandoned that project. You have abandoned what you wanted to do. God is reminding you, like, I am still God. Take a step. Forget about everything that you have done. God is in it right now. Everything you did it on your own knowledge and ability. Now God wants you to invite him into this situation, and I pray in Jesus' mighty name that he will show himself worthy, mighty, and as a miraculous God in your life. You're not a young person. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you, Auntie just testified about 56-year-old. If it's IVF, if it's surrogacy, if it's you just drinking agbo, God will do something. That's what he wants me to tell you. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. It is time to go. Admin, I appreciate you sincerely. Auntie Dami Adebayo, thank you so much. Bumi Ademoroti, thank you so much. Adedayo, even at this time of COVID, I thank you, my manager, my distributors everywhere in the world. Thank you so much. Even though you're making money, but you are helping people. I can't do it by myself. How many people that are following me? But with you, at least many people can get solution to their health problems. It's not only fertility thing that we do, anything illness, whatever is wrong in your body, people are making fun of me. Dr. Why are you back in school? I'm telling you, I'm doing some neuro something. I'm not going to tell you yet, but it's deep things going on. Like, God, how am I going to do it? I just know I needed it, so I'll be able to help my clients better. I want to, I know I have these hands that God has given me, healing hands. I have healing hands when I touch you. So I want to touch you in a special way. So I'm doing some studies right now. It's going to take me another 1 year, but praise God, I will do it. What is going on there? I will do it. Okay, I will do it because I know people will be benefited. People will benefit. I know God will use these hands to do miracles in Jesus' name. So thank you, everyone. God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Go ahead and share. It's not too late to share. I don't know why you don't like to share my videos, but it is okay. Share. This is not about popularity. You know me for that. This is about helping others. So see you again next week while we'll talk about widowhood. God bless you, everyone. God bless you. Amen. Auntie Dami, thank you. I know you want to get me off this place. I actually have an appointment right now. I have shared. Thank you. Share. Bumi, don't worry. If nobody showed up for the bowl of soup, that is fine. We'll give it again next week. Okay? We'll give it again next week. No problem about that. We'll give it away next week. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr.O. Thank you. Thank me now. Thank me now. I want some love. I'm already tired. I want some love. Thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed weekend. Again, if you want to join my distributorship, let me know. I will send you the link for the Zoom training tomorrow. We're doing training.